Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another update with Data Zero, and in this video we're going to be looking at the Nasdaq, SPY, and S&P 500, and you're going to be shocked at what the technical analysis is saying. I believe a new bull run is coming for those three stocks. So we have the S&P 500, SPY, and Nasdaq, and all of the technical analysis is saying the same thing and the fundamental data. So let's go ahead and waste no more time and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. Guys, what is up? You are back with another video with Data Zero, and in this video we're going to be looking at the S&P 500, SPY, and Nasdaq, which pretty much covers all sectors of the overall stock market except the Dow Jones. That would pretty much cover all sectors of all stocks of the overall stock market. But let's go ahead and hop in the charts and look at the facts, the data, and the TA. So guys, this is what I'm looking at for the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is in the SPY and SP 500. When I say SPY, I mean S&P 500. I mean either or, but they are different. There are different charts. SP 500 is 4,109. SPY is 409. So if we look at the SPY first, we can see that this is in a ascending triangle. As you guys can see, this is going to melt up basically for the next couple of weeks, push to the upside, break to the tip of this, and then push down and retest these lower supports, maybe even fill this gap. But for now, I think the SPY is going to push up. Not financial advice, probably have a green day Monday, push up pre-market, get some exuberance, push up pre-market, and then pull back maybe the first 15-30 minutes of the market, and then have a resume to the upside throughout the day. That is what I'm looking at for that day on Monday. Throughout the week, I think we are going to close above the 409 range. I think we're going to close closer to 410, for even 420 at the high for the SPY for the end of next week. I know that sounds crazy, but that is what I am looking at. If we look at the max pain is at 400 even, so we are way past that. This is where market makers will make the most money on the open interest and the options and the puts on this stock. If we look at the data that could affect the overall stock market, so what we have going on, so we go ahead and hit calendar and then check out the most impactful news for our place, and we can see that we have the jobs openings report, we have ISM numbers, JOLTS jobs opening reports, and we have let's see, that's pretty much it. Inflation rate month over month, but that's April 12th. So for as far as this week, all we have is JOLTS and ISM numbers. This could affect the market one way or another, push it to the upside or the downside. If expectations are above, then that could push the market to the downside. If expectations are below that, or if expectations are above and things are looking good, that could push the market to the upside. If expectations are below and things are looking bad, that could push the market to the downside. So right here we have the consensus in the forecast, and right here we have the consensus in the forecast over here for ISM and JOLT job opening report. So make sure you look out for that information to see which way it sways the market. But as far as the technicals are telling me, we can go ahead and pop on the Bollinger Bands. But first I want to show you guys the EMA. We have a golden cross on the daily time frame. So this is the 50 EMA, and this is the 200 EMA in white, and this is the 50 EMA marked in gold. 50 in gold, 200 in white, as you guys can see. And we have what's called a golden cross. This is a technical indicator that very sophisticated traders use and other traders use to determine if a stock is bullish. So anytime the 50 EMA crosses over the 200 EMA, that is called a golden cross. And as you guys can see, we have that on the daily time frame, which is extremely bullish for a push to the upside. And this is what smart money is looking at. We are also above on the Nasdaq, 50% above the lows, which puts us in an official bull market, and the Nasdaq is working on a golden cross on its own. So this is what smart money, quote unquote smart money, and the big money, people with the money to make the market move, is looking at, and they will be putting money in. There's a ton of money on the sidelines just waiting to go into the right assets. So we will see this money start to come in, and we are also seeing shorts start to cover in technology stocks like Apple, Microsoft, Google, and these bigger market caps. We're seeing shorts start to cover and cover their positions, which is pushing the overall market to the upside. And that's why we're seeing this golden cross, and we are seeing on the Bollinger Bands a squeeze type movement where we break outside of the bands and push outside of the bands, which we currently are above the bands on the SPY and S&P 500. We also are working on the golden cross on the S&P 500, the official S&P 500 on the daily time frame. But if you go ahead and zoom into the 4-hour time frame, you guys can see that we do have that golden cross, and that has happened quite some time ago, and we maintain that support, and we are working on it on the daily time frame. So if we go ahead and look at the S&P 500 or the SPY on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we have that golden cross already as well. So things are looking extremely bullish for the S&P 500 / SPY and the Nasdaq. As you guys can see, the Nasdaq is also squeezing outside of the Bollinger Bands and in a squeeze type movement as stocks like Apple and Google and Microsoft cover their positions, and those are the stocks that make this stock move to the upside. We also have a buy signal on the 4-hour time frame, which correlates with these larger run-ups to the upside. As you guys can see, buy signal on the super trend on the Nasdaq on the 4-hour time frame, and we have perfect breakout of this overall macro downtrend. So you see this macro downtrend that we were in on the Nasdaq. So this is the Nasdaq. We were in this huge downtrend. So we break out of the downtrend, push to the upside, retest the downtrend, and are now pushing to the upside. I'm telling you, the Nasdaq is going to be retesting these highs of 12, 13,000 and even 14,000 here in the near future. And if it can break above this high here at 13,000 and this high here of 14,000, the all-time high is in play. So if we break above this high, then this high would be in play. So if we break above the $13,000 level, I would expect it to come retest this high eventually. And this is on the macro time frame. This will take days, weeks of time of price action. We're going to see chop, but I'm suspecting that we are rounding a bottom on the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is bottoming, as crazy as it sounds. We might have a double bottom where we push up, retest these highs, and come back down and retest maybe some of these lower lows or low here. But I'm suspecting this $10,000 range is the bottom for the Nasdaq, as crazy as it sounds. But when everyone is leaning bearish, that is when the market is going to push bullish. When everyone is bearish, and everyone right now is extremely bearish, the market is going to push bullish. So me personally, I am long tech stocks right now. I'm long cryptocurrency. I'm long stocks like Apple, and I'm long Nasdaq, S&P 500, SPY. So I am long these stocks. I do think they are going to push the upside. This is not financial advice, but this is what I'm looking at for these stocks. I think the Nasdaq is in a bullish reversal. As you guys can see right here, we have buy signals, bullish signals flashing everywhere. We have the breakout of this overall macro downtrend, and we have this beautiful rounding bottom, which is forming a head and shoulder, or inverse head and shoulder. So this would be your shoulder. This is a huge head and shoulder. So this would be your shoulder, this would be your head, and then this is forming your other shoulder, which would push us up to these higher ranges at price targets again at 14, 15,000 on the Nasdaq if this head and shoulders were to play out. So guys, this is what I'm looking at for the Nasdaq. As far as the S&P 500, again, we have buy signals on the daily time frame on the super trend, which correlates with these larger movements to the upside. We also have the break above this overall sloping down macro downtrend that we broke above. We were able to hold it. We broke below it when the banking crisis happened and all that stuff, but we managed to pop back above it. So that would be an official retest, and now we are breaking above it and breaking out, and that would be a perfect bottoming formation. Again, another head and shoulders type bottom, inverse head and shoulders type bottom. This would be a shoulder, this would be a head, and this is forming your other shoulder, pushing us up into these higher ranges here at 4,500 for the Nasdaq. Now again, this is the macro picture, the bigger picture. These will take weeks, days to play out, but this head and shoulders is playing out. It does look like we are in this ascending triangle. So if that does play out, I would expect it to bounce around in these ranges where my mouse is and then come to the downside. But if If it can break above this overall sloping resistance right here, at about the $4,200 range, $4,300 range, it could go absolutely parabolic to the upside on S&P 500 slash SPY. And the S&P 5 or the SPY is set up the same way. For that range, it would be around the $418, $420 range. If we break above that area, expect a huge push to the upside on SPY, S&P 500. And again, SPY also buy signal on the daily time frame. So guys, this is basically the video. This is everything I'm looking at. These stocks are looking extremely bullish. MACD bullish on the daily time frame. If we go ahead and put on the weekly time frame for SPY, we also have bullishness on the weekly time frame. As far as the official S&P 500, we also have bullishness on the weekly time frame. Again, very, very bullish indicators flashing. Bottom, rounding bottom above this overall macro downtrend and breaking out of a technical pattern again for S&P 500 and SPY. As far as Nasdaq is concerned, we do have weekly green weekly MACD as well. Plenty of room to run on the RSI, and it looks like we are making a bullish reversal. And we also have on the Nasdaq the green buy signal on the weekly time frame on Nasdaq. So this is extremely, extremely bullish. Last time we had the weekly buy signal on Nasdaq. So let's go ahead and look. Last time we had the weekly buy signal. This is the last time we had the weekly buy signal. That run up here. That run up here. So yes, all-time highs are in play for Nasdaq. I know it sounds crazy, but all-time highs are in play, and I suspect the Nasdaq to be reaching all-time highs in 2023, as crazy as it sounds. But guys, that is the video. And look, this is early. You're early. You're very early. This signal just printed. So you are very, very early, not financial advice. The Nasdaq's about to go on a tear. S&P 500 is about to go on a tear. The stock market is about to be bullish. And I think we are in an official bull market, as crazy as it sounds, non-financial advice. So guys, that is the video. Hopefully you found it informative. I know I did. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content like this, and as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. All right, guys, that was the video. Hopefully you found it informative. I know I did. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content like this, and remember you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more Data Zero updates. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.